Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. According to the Liberty Times, citing a New York Times report on April 23, Iran's newly appointed supreme leader, Mojtaba Khamenei, has not consolidated the absolute power his late father, Ali Khamenei, wielded. Mojtaba Khamenei succeeded his father, who was killed in a U.S.-Israeli airstrike on February 28, but actual authority for crucial decisions regarding Iran's security, war, and foreign affairs now rests with a group of high-ranking generals from the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, IRGC. Sources close to Mojtaba indicate his role as chairman of a temporary leadership committee means he relies heavily on its members' advice and guidance, with these generals collectively making all decisions. Analysts suggest Mojtaba's past close ties with the IRGC have made these generals the dominant force in decision-making. Mojtaba himself was injured in the February 28 airstrike and has been in hiding, with persistent rumors about his condition and limited access. This situation, combined with security concerns among officials fearing Israeli targeting, has led to a delegation of decision-making power to the IRGC. The IRGC generals are reportedly driving major policy decisions, including attacks on Israel, the blockade of the Strait of Hormuz, ceasefire discussions with the U.S., and diplomatic engagements. This suggests Mojtaba is a nominal leader, dependent on the IRGC for his position and the system's survival. City News Everywhere reports that Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy confirmed on Thursday that U.S. weapons deliveries to Ukraine are continuing, unaffected by the Iran war. He stated that Ukrainian long-range strikes are consistently targeting Russian oil production and manufacturing plants, causing billions of dollars in losses to Russia. Zelenskyy reiterated Ukraine's resolve to retaliate against Russian attacks on its energy sector and populace. Meanwhile, Prince Harry made his third visit to Kyiv, commending Ukraine's strength not just in bravery and capability, but in unity, in trust. His visit occurred amid escalating hostilities, including a deadly Russian drone attack on Dnipro that killed 3 and wounded 10. Russian authorities reported intercepting 154 Ukrainian drones and battling a massive, days-long blaze at the Black Sea port of Tuapse, caused by a Ukrainian drone strike. Further, Ukrainian attacks targeted oil infrastructure in Russia's Samara and Nizhny Novgorod regions, disrupting pipelines and causing fires, with Ukrainian officials noting the impact on Russia's war financing revenues. Lebanon has accused Israel of war crimes following a drone strike that killed journalist Amal Khalil, 43, and wounded photojournalist Zainab Faraj in southern Lebanon. According to CBS News, Lebanon's Prime Minister Nawaf Salam condemned the attack, stating it was part of an established approach by Israel to target media workers. The Lebanese Union of Journalists reported that Israeli forces prevented ambulance crews from reaching Khalil for nearly 4 hours as she bled to death under rubble. The Israel Defense Forces, IDF, denied obstructing rescue teams and claimed it does not target journalists, acting to mitigate harm to them. The union detailed that the drone initially struck a car, killing 2 civilians before attacking the journalist's vehicle, and then a building where they sought shelter. The Lebanese Health Ministry also accused the IDF of pursuing the journalists and firing a stun grenade and gunfire at a Red Cross ambulance. This incident comes as Israeli and Lebanese ambassadors meet in Washington, D.C. to discuss extending a fragile ceasefire, which both sides have accused each other of violating. 联合早报 reports that Eurozone private sector business activity unexpectedly contracted in April, marking the first time since late 2024. This downturn was primarily driven by a significant slump in the services sector, as consumers faced increasing pressure from the ongoing Middle East conflict. the Composite Purchasing Managers Index, PMI, compiled by S&P Global, dropped to 48.6 in April, falling below the crucial 50-point threshold that separates growth from contraction. This figure is down from 50.7 in the previous month and defied analysts' predictions of a more moderate decline to 50.1. The trend observed across the Eurozone was mirrored in its major economies. Germany experienced stable industrial performance, but a substantial decline in its service sector. Similarly, France saw its manufacturing sector perform better than anticipated, achieving its best results since 2022. Yet its service sector also suffered a downturn. S&P Global Market Intelligence Chief Business Economist Chris Williamson noted that the Eurozone is grappling with growing economic difficulties stemming from the Middle East conflict. He warned that widespread supply shortages could further impede economic growth and intensify upward pressure on prices in the coming weeks, posing a significant challenge for policymakers. According to Antara News, Indonesian Foreign Minister Sugiono has expressed strong hope that the Code of Conduct, C, for the South China Sea will be completed and signed this year. He emphasized the importance of avoiding further delays in the ongoing negotiations. This sentiment is echoed by China, with Chinese Ambassador to ASEAN Wang Qing reaffirming China's political will to finalize the CoC this year. Ambassador Wang stated that the CoC would serve as a crucial foundation for resolving maritime disputes and establishing a new narrative of peace and cooperation in the South China Sea. ASEAN foreign ministers also reached a consensus at their January meeting to finalize the CoC within the current year. Unlike the non-binding Declaration on the Conduct of Parties, DUAC, signed in 2002, the CoC is envisioned as a legally binding framework designed to manage behavior, minimize miscalculation, and prevent escalation through self-restraint and practical maritime cooperation, including search and rescue and environmental protection efforts. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.